G'day there, guys. It's it's Mark Australia here, and it's time for the Daily Diary. Your favourite time of day, my favourite time of day. I've just got home from the T-Bar on this Saturday night, so it's Sunday morning. So totally counts for a new day, new diary. But what I'm about to share with you is a story I was just going to keep for the boys, but I thought I should tell it now in full, because there's a good chance I'd forget some important details tomorrow, because I am slightly inebriated. So, you know the show Touched by an Angel? I don't know if you do. It's like a crappy, really old, just soapy that was on television back in the day. But I was kissed by an angel. So, let me tell this from the beginning. Earlier today, I'm working the gondola. See this blonde, very cute, slender, nice figure, big beautiful eyes, nice curls in her hair, and a nice big bright smile. I'm like, oh yeah, she's cute. And she loaded the gondola with some guy who I assumed was her boyfriend. Anyway, see her at the bar tonight. I'm like, oh, which I actually pulled aside Ryan Waters, and I was like, did you see that girl? I was going to say best on ground, because she was very, very attractive, wearing her little black dress tonight. And well, anyway, the first, natural instinct kicks in and goes, she's way out of my league. But I hope at some point to at least just talk to her. Give myself that glimmer of hope. And I was leaning up against one of the tables in the bar, and she started talking to me, because she was pointing out some dude on crutches who was hooking up with this atrocious girl. And she was like, that's a little bit sad, and I agreed. Anyway, we just got talking or whatever. And I was like, oh, I've seen you on the gondola today, blah, blah, blah. Chucked her a few compliments here and there, which she didn't accept that well. She was like, stop it. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, she was just that, I was Australian. She's Canadian from Winnipeg. And I'm just, I won't push it, because she isn't accepting the compliments well, but she was accepting them too well. She was like, you're too cute, stop it. I'm like, oh, sorry, I noticed you had nice teeth and a great smile. And, I kept talking to her, and I made her one of my trademark napkin roses. And for anyone that's known me for a while, definitely knows I have a black belt in origami, and I do such things to make pretty girls smile. Well, and I've been doing it for some years now, actually, because I first learnt that skill when I was just out of high school. A girl used to go to school with her girlfriend at the time showed me it, and I'd made it for, well, at the time I only made it for the girlfriend I had, and then I never made one again until I had another girlfriend. And then I make them all the time over here. I think Amy Brooks at the bar has probably received the most of them, because in my first few months here I'd make them all the time, and there was no one in the bar when I was snowmaking, just myself and a few other snowmakers and her, and I just gave it to her. But anyway, that's not part of my story. So this blonde girl, who I can't even remember her name, which makes me feel like an asshole. But so anyway, I made her one, and she didn't believe that I'd made it. So I made her another one, and I gave it to a friend who was standing there watching, because she called her over. And she was like, I'm going home because they're going to smoke weed. And the blonde angel was like, "Oh, do you smoke weed?" And I'm like, "Not really, no." She's like, "Neither do I." I'm like, "Well, let's go for a walk then." And her mate was like, "Yeah, go for a walk with him," because she could clearly tell her friend was into me. I'm like, "Yeah, we'll go out on the snowbank, we'll flag down a cat drive, and we'll go for a lap in the cat. Like, it'll be fun," because I enjoy it. I've done it a few times after leaving the bar. And she was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute." I'm like, "Yeah, it'll be fun." She's like, "Yeah, okay, righto, let's do it." So we go out onto the snowbank, just near the mile one. And I fully knew that a cat was not going to come through there, because they come through there much like, in about 3 hours from now you might see a cat there. But definitely not, not at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's more like a 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning type of thing. And so we're standing there, we're giggling and kissing each other and whatever. And then a cat actually come down, like right down to near where we were, and I was like, I had delivered a line, which I didn't believe myself, and then the universe had worked in my favour and made it happen. And then she freaked out. She was like, "Oh my god, like, you're way too cute, like, you damn Aussies do it to me every time." And she was like, "I want to, but I'm going to be sad," because she goes back to Winnipeg tomorrow. She was like, "I want to hang out with you and whatever, but I'm going to be sad tomorrow because I'm going to leave. I have to go home." I'm like, "Yeah, well, let's enjoy each other's company now while we can." So, "No, I can't. I have to go. You're too cute." And she walked away. I tried to follow her, and she was walking up the stairs of the building. Because one day I couldn't walk fast enough to keep up with her. And I heard her friends chirp like, "Oh, what happened? You blew it." Like, "Oh, it was cute. You were into him. What'd you do?" And I was hiding behind a tree, and I thought, "Oh, I should probably just leave it there." But yeah. Anyway, that's my little story. Oh, I had other minor little details I wanted to add, like, there was just a lot of things had aligned. Like, the planets had aligned for me to be able to talk to this girl, right? Because I'd seen her earlier today, assumed she had a boyfriend when I seen her at the bar, because she looked like she had one, and assumed she was out of my league, which I'd still say she was. She was very attractive, and Ryan would probably agree with me. But and the usual cock blockers weren't there to get in my way, as they usually do. So, and then the cat actually appeared out of thin air when I said we should go out there and flag down a cat. It was poetry. Let's put it that way. It was poetry. Well, anyway, that's that's my little profound. I don't know. I can't put it into words. The words escape me to describe how a nice of in like discourse. It was a discourse like no other. Well, I'm now at home without her, about to go to bed. After another good night at the bar, as always. Drinking beer with the people I care about, which is the initial reason why I go to the bar. Well, anyway, peace, love, and respect. It's a good show. I've got the apple, and you get out what you put in. I was kissed by an angel.